What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again. I wanted to talk about owner operator stuff, and I probably touched on this before, because I'm considering getting into it, but not in the way you think. The thing that's really cool about in 2026 is there's so many options and possibilities out there for if you want to be some kind of an owner operator. Um, when I say owner operator, you're probably immediately thinking a semi truck. Hell no, I wouldn't do that. No way. It's way too much financial risk in it, and it's just. I mean, I know how much it costs just to fill up the tank one time, and I'm just like, fuck that. Hell no. I mean, you'd have to have some serious bankroll behind you to make me want to do that. No, you could go that route if you wanted to, if you're crazy enough, or you could do hot shot. If you don't know what hot shot is, it's basically a dually truck hauling a 2 or 3 car trailer and whatever you want to haul. You could do cargo van, or you could do box truck. You know, there's a lot of different options out there nowadays, and the thing I like about it is you can start small and work your way up. That's what's so cool about it. You know, so if you're scared, you have the ambition, but you're scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared when you're thinking about going out and taking a bunch of financial risk and going out on your own, and that's totally normal. But we live in the days of now. You don't have to bite off more than you think you can chew. What I was considering is getting me a cargo van and doing some like a subcontractor type of work. You know, like there's a lot of companies now. Well, let me say this two different ways. You could get your own cargo van or a box truck, whatever you want to do, and you could work off load boards. And if you have the money to put in your gas tank and keep you going, then there's a very good chance if you're motivated, you're going to be successful. You know, you just have to keep the wheels moving. You know, if you're motivated, if you're determined and disciplined, you're probably going to be successful. But there's also another way to do it. Get your van or your box truck or whichever one you like, and there's a lot of subcontractors out there, and they will find the jobs for you, and they'll pay you a very good salary, or a very good rate, whatever you want to call it. That's another way to go. And I think, just me personally, if you're just getting your feet wet, just starting your own thing, that I feel like is the safest option. You know, I really feel like that's the safest option to start with, and that doesn't mean you have to keep doing it like that. That's just a way to get your feet wet, get your confidence up, get your bankroll going. You know, that's how I feel about it. And if I'm gonna get into the game, that's probably the route that I'm gonna go. I will tell you, if you have a whole bunch of experience and you're just like always driving, you're just racking your brain, you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? You know, because like I have all this knowledge. Why am I doing this for somebody else? You know, you're not the only one, man. And that's totally normal to be asking yourself that. Totally normal, you know, because all of us experienced drivers, we're driving down the road every day asking ourselves that question. Why am I out here doing this for somebody else when I could be doing it for myself? And I think 99% of the reason why you don't is because you're afraid to fall on your face, you know. But I want you to look at it this way. If you're really considering it, think about what I just said. Don't bite off more than you can chew. You know, I made that mistake years ago, getting into business with a friend. That's another big mistake. That's a whole other video. But I didn't have any knowledge. I had like no knowledge at all of the trucking world. You know, I had a CDL that I hadn't even used really yet, and I got suckered into a deal that sounded really good, and it was a complete nightmare because I didn't know what I was doing. And the guy who suckered me into it, he didn't have a fucking clue what he was doing either. He was just a really good bullshit salesman, you know. And you got to watch out for those people too. Um, but if you're thinking about doing it, always just remember what I said. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Um, that's why I said I love the cargo van idea because you want to know a really big thing about a cargo van is you can park it anywhere. You can park it in your driveway. You don't have to pay to store it. You could park it in a fucking Walmart parking lot for an hour and no one looks at it. No one thinks anything of it. You know, if you park an 18-wheeler in a parking lot anywhere, people are like, they start to get suspicious. They're like, and they start to think about calling tow trucks and putting boots on your truck, you know, because they think big 18-wheelers are a fucking nuisance, you know. That, and you want to talk about gas? I mean, a cargo van nowadays, like where I live, I don't know what your gas prices look like, but I could probably fill up a cargo van for around $100. An 18-wheeler, I just filled up my boss's truck, his international the other night. It cost over $500. You know, I was like, good God, dude. I mean, the thing was on E, like the light was on, but still, $500 to fill. I mean, who wants to do that? You know, if you're not seriously rolling, like almost immediately, $500 could put you out of business quickly, you know. And I know for a fact a lot of you would start your business and you'd probably take out a credit card to pay for your gas for the first 30 days, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you do that, you better hope for damn sure you got that capital rolling in to back it up to be able to pay off that debt. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I don't disagree with that because I might do that myself. You know, first 30 days, just put all the gas on a credit card. It's not a terrible idea. You just better make sure you have that bankroll coming in, that capital following behind it. You know. Yeah, that's really what I wanted to touch on. I'm trying to make these videos like once a week now. Guys, please help me get 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 850 right now. I really feel stupid that I fell off the wagon for a while and wasn't making videos. For you guys who have followed me for a long time, I really appreciate you. But I'm going to try really hard to start making videos again. I'm going to try to just make a longer one once a week and maybe cut up some shorts. I don't know, but you're definitely going to be seeing me. Please help me get 1,000, dude. Please hit the subscribe button. Please help me get 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, I'm at 850 right now. I need 1,000 would change my life right now. You have no idea what y'all would do for me if I could just hit 1,000 subscribers. So show your love in the comments. Please let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.